Welcome back to Finance Underground, where we
Hi.
shed light on the
Underground.
secrets of finance.
You guys
I
want to
think
know
I
some
told
secrets?
people why it's called Finance Underground because it actually started underground. Like we were actually
In the crawl space?
in the crawl space. Top secret information in the underground. But,
Yeah.
so today we're talking about bucket number 2. We talked about bucket number 1 in a previous video. Bucket number 2 is $1,000. It's a buffer for life. It's a baby emergency fund. It's your mini emergency fund.
So, pizza day, not emergency. It's not an
The
emergency.
pizza guy is not an emergency.
Now, car crash, emergency. World War III, emergency.
Probably going to need more than $1,000 for World War III.
Yeah. But,
We won't worry about that one. Okay, so where does this money sit?
in savings?
In a savings account.
Okay.
So in bucket number 1, we have checking account number 1. All the money comes into checking account number 1, and then we take that money and we feed our plans, right? Our budget, our monthly budget. So we have a household budget of money, and then we have the money that's flowing into our life plan. So that from bucket number 1, the planning and collection bucket just goes into the bucket number 2, which is $1,000. So this money flows into bucket number 2, $1,000 as quickly as possible. You fill that up $1,000.
So, everything extra that you're making and don't need, I mean, you want to have a little bit of pizza guy money, but then you got all of the extra just shoved in.
Yep.
And you should fill up the bucket real fast.
Yeah. So that's in your monthly budget, in your monthly plan. You definitely want to make sure you have money for the pizza guy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's in your plan, your monthly plan. You're gonna have money for your pizza guy, restaurants, eating out, whatever little things. You plan your life, right? So you want to live a life, so you have a nice life, but then you want to make sure that you have money to build wealth and to get out of debt and etc. Right? To meet your life goals.
The goal is kind of not to go into debt.
Yeah. That's goal number 1. Don't go into debt. So $1,000, you're going to get that as fast as possible. It lives in a savings account that is tied to checking account number 1. Something you can access quick and easy. If you have an emergency, you have $1,000 buffer that's going to kind of shield you from life, right? Our brakes went out on our truck this week. And not only the brakes go out, but it ruined the rotors and the calipers went out. So we got hit with like a $600 bill.
$1,000 saving account.
$1,000 buffer, right? You have $1,000 buffer, boom. It covers it. Now,
You gotta
the
fill that bucket
next
up.
month, right, we're going to fill that bucket back up to $1,000 so it's full, so it begins to flow over to bucket number 3. So that's bucket number 1. It physically lives in your savings account. This is an emergency fund. You're not trying to make money with it. It just
bucket number
sits
2.
there. It's insurance that sits there. You don't touch it. You don't use it unless you have
An emergency.
an emergency. Did I say the wrong bucket number?
Yeah, you said bucket number 1. But bucket number 1
2.
was a few minutes ago.
Yep.
This is bucket number 2.
Bucket number 2 is $1,000.
Yeah, pretty
It's your
simple.
Buffer.
Extra money for the car breaking down, for I don't know, just emergencies.
Yep. It's to
Somebody,
keep Murphy away from you. Murphy's Law, if something bad can happen, it happens, right?
yeah.
This helps buffer you from Mr. Murphy. All right. That is bucket number 2.
We'll see you next time in Finance Underground. And I'm Zach Shack. We'll see you next time.
Your money's
Bye.
making somebody rich. Let's make sure that it's you.
Cut the video right there.
Till next time.